If we're all squared away and ready to play, let's jump into tonight's session of Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep. And here we go. Your party is continuing to make its way through the domain of Xhorhas, the ruined and scarred battlelands, the wastelands that are taking you guys south to Baxxoxan. Why you are on this course is, of course, known to all of you. The vision that you received from the being known as Elixion through the jewel of the... Damn it. What was the thing?
3 prayers.
Thank you. The Jewel of the Three Prayers. And through that, Elixion has asked for your help in being freed from wherever the prison the Celestial happens to be inhabiting. But furthermore, you guys have an interesting complication, but hasn't been much of a problem just yet. Your rivals, led by Aojabe, consisting of Dermot Werder and Galsariad and Maggie, who have decided to latch onto your party in a way of expanding their own sort of legend. But now you guys have discovered the road to Baxxoxan is fraught with dangers, and at the moment you guys are dealing with a collection of vicious shadow demons and quasits that tore their way out of the bodies of the Aurora Watch. We return now to that battle.
I forgot we were mid-comp.
Well,
all right.
So let's pick this battle up. Let me get my character sheets for my bad guys. And we should be back on the clock here in just a moment. So, let's catch up where we were. You guys have one quasit remaining as they tore their way out of the bodies of these Aurora Watch militiamen, but 3 mostly intact shadow demons. Venn, you've taken some pretty savage injuries at this point. Kitty and Rook, you guys are holding the line up at the front, and of course, Magnus, you are doing what you can from the back. Your rivals are, of course, lending aid where they can, but at the top of the order, we have our Shadow Demon. This Shadow Demon here is going to slip over here to try and get over behind Dermot Werder, and the Shadow Demon will use his claws against Dermot. That is a 14 against Dermot, and that
he's got disadvantage, right?
Yes, because of the because of the daylight. Correct. These creatures are light sensitive, so the Shadow Demon is having trouble fixating upon the small goblin, and it swings, and it's a bit distracted by the light and misses Dermot entirely with a 14. That's it for the Shadow Demon. The Quasit here to the south has a target-rich environment to deal with, so let's roll a d6. Okay, I've rolled a 3, and that is Kitty. Kitty, the Quasit, decides to try and hassle you in some fashion, and it tries to jump on your back with a clawing strike. A 17.
That meets it.
Okay, you suffer 7 piercing, unmodified, and after that, I need a Constitution saving throw, if you please. Oof, that is a rough Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and burn that inspiration. 24 is a much better result. Okay, so as the Quasit's claws rake into you, leaving this minor scratch down at your down the side of your armor, you are injected with a bit of poison from the creature's claws, but you are able to overcome the worst of its effects. So as the Quasit pulls back for its next strike, we go to Maggie Keeneyes, who jumps into the fray. Maggie is going to attempt to finish off this Quasit with her attack, and she tries to maul the small Quasit to death. And swinging her giant maul with a 17, she hits and smashes the Quasit into a greasy paste. After that, she steps forward to challenge the Shadow Demon. That takes us to Aojabe, at the far back. She will see the Shadow Demon attacking Dermot. She says, "Get off my cleric!" And she fires her longbow at that creature twice. Okay, a 6 is not going to do it, but a 23 certainly will. She deals only 3 piercing to the creature because of the resistances of the beast. The Shadow Demon seems to be resistant to attacks from non-magical weapon attacks. And so as Ao kind of sees the situation kind of developing, she fires the 2 arrows down range, and nothing doing. Now, before I proceed any further, I do need to mention that while I am on the road right now, I have decided to, since I couldn't bring my little puppy dog on this road trip, I have decided to bring her along in spirit, and as such, all of you are granted a free use of puppy power.
Hey!
Hooray!
Willow always in our hearts.
Absolutely. And that finishes Aojabe's turn as we go to this Shadow Demon over yonder, who makes a target-rich environment check. Rook, the Shadow Demon, focuses its attention upon you, and the creature attempts to rake you with its claws at disadvantage. It's a feeble 8. Rook.
Not gonna do it.
Alright, the Shadow Demon's claws slash at your shield and defenses, but nothing doing. Rook, your turn.
Okay, bonus action. Bring this thing over here and take a swipe.
And what is that thing? For our listeners.
Spiritual weapon.
Alright. Little spiritual weapon goes into the Shadow Demon to the south.
Swipe at the Shadow Demon by Dermot.
Mm-hmm.
25.
25 is a hit on the Shadow Demon. Roll damage. And that is a
2.
hot 2. It's a cold 2.
That's not
2
right.
damage.
It should
It's
be,
not right.
No, it should be plus my wisdom modifier, so it should be 6. I have the buttons right on my sheet, but for whatever reason I hit that damage there, it didn't work.
The Shadow Demon is rent for 4 more damage, and that sends it into Wispy state, the ghostly form of Blade state. Pretty sure Shadow Demons are incorporeal, right? Yes, they are. So, alright, you shred it with the spiritual weapon. That was a bonus action, I believe, and still
Yep.
you Rook.
And I'm going to cast Word of Radiance on the 2 next to me.
Alright, fair enough. And that forces
It's a
a
con save.
Okay,
14.
2 con saves coming right up. How about a 13 and a 16?
13 fails, 16 saves.
Okay, so that's the guy to the north who fails. This guy, the 16, will not be suffering any damage. As the Word of Radiance explodes around you, the Shadow Demon here suffers double damage. Creature is vulnerable to Radiant Blast. Alright, Rook, back to you.
That's all I got.
Okay, give us a narrative, please, Rook.
So, as he kind of gets surrounded, he throws his hand up to the side, and the spiritual weapon cuts through the demon by Dermot, and then he kind of pulls his shield in front of him, and a blast of radiant energy comes out. And one ducks behind him, but one gets it right in the face.
Alright. As the Shadow Demon who was struck, he staggers backward from the blast of light, hissing loudly in your direction. We go to Dermot. Dermot will attack using his Warhammer and Searing Wrath against the Shadow Demon next to him. Little goblin screeching out, "For the Luxor!" And yes, Rook, you receive 7 temporary hit points. Werder completely whiffs, though, with his Warhammer with a critical failure. He whiffs, getting nowhere near the Shadow Demon, who simply just swirls around him. He gets a little bit angry, and he sends out his Searing Wrath. This is ranged, so that will pose an issue. And so he'll be doing this at disadvantage. That is an 8, unfortunately, a miss on the Shadow Demon. So Dermot's looking a little worried over there as he keeps swinging at the Shadow Demon, blasting away with his power of Searing Wrath, but he's not landing the blows. That takes us to Galsariad.
He gets 9 temporary hit points.
Okay, that does. Okay, that should be a replacement of his. Yes, sometimes for him. Okay, Galsariad steps into the fray at this point. Galsariad will use his terrain potential on the creature on Dermot. Alright. And that is unfortunately a 10 to hit the Shadow Demon as Galsariad whiffs with his spell. The Shadow Demon here to the south then steps into the fray. Moving over here, and okay, that should. I don't know if that replaces his or not. But
I don't know what he had. I'm just going to keep rolling.
Okay. Alright. So, that does replace Galsariad's temporary hit points as you send the power to him. The next Shadow Demon here to the south will make a target-rich environment against you and Maggie. Rook. Rook, you are selected as the Shadow Demon attempts to claw you with his claws, but of course the daylight is still causing issues, and that's a critical failure for the Shadow Demon. Swing and a miss. Kitty, your turn.
Kitty sees the damaged one and says for the luck fund and teleport using a bonus action to here.
Okay.
And slashes down with her great sword.
All right.
And okay, roll 20s being fun. Oh, and I'm gonna do reckless.
One reckless coming up. All right. 17 is a hit on the Shadow Demon. Roll damage, please.
And I do 14 damage,
14
but
damage.
half.
Cut in half. 7 damage to the Shadow Demon. As the greatsword rips into it, not doing as much damage as she would like, but back to you, Kitty.
Kitty is upset but done.
So, a little narrative, please, Alan, if you'd be so kind.
Basically, she's very much about no, like her programming basically lets her target whoever's most vulnerable to get someone off the field of battle, and she teleports over to the goblin and attacks the same target. And she shouted for the Luxon because she didn't really understand what that meant, but she did it anyways.
All right. Swinging and biting. Dermot's like kind of surprised, like, "Oh, teleportation!" But he's like, "Yes, fight on! Well struck!" You know, offering his support where he can. And it's the end of Kitty's turn. Magnus, you're up.
All right. I am going to go ahead and fire at the guy next to Kitty and all them with a fire shot.
Okay.
Is there temps for Kitty?
Attempts for Kitty. 10.
Hooray!
Okay, Magnus, firebolt, and who was your target again? Sorry.
That guy right there. The one in front of Dermot and Kitty.
14 is a hit. Go and give me that damage.
You got damage. A hot 8.
What's that, hot 8? It's not as hot as you would think, though, as a creature is also resistant to fire, as it turns
That's
out.
fine. A lot of things are probably going to be resistant to that.
A blast, the blast kind of, it sort of gets the Shadow Demon's attention, but otherwise keeps it going.
This is for the Force Ballista. That for sure hits.
Yes, absolutely.
At a 21.
Mm-hmm.
And damage. Ah! Alright.
10 damage to the Shadow Demon, and guess what I'm not resistant to? Kapow. Force damage. Does the cannon have a move effect? I feel like it should,
It does
right?
indeed. It kind of shoves them a movement back.
How far?
Just 5.
Zoop. All right, blasting the Shadow Demon away. Back to you, Magnus.
I think that's really it. Just turreting it up right now.
No, okay. Then in that case, Brian, if you'd like to give us a narrative, please.
He just pulls up the Battlecaster and he fires off a shot. It just kind of wings him, and yet it just didn't really seem to phase it that much. And then the shoulder cannon will go off and make it kind of fly backward and then get repositioned as he flies back up. I assume these things fly. They look like they fly. Anyways,
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so they just kind of shrugs it off. But
The Shadow Demon, after that Force Bolt, is looking particularly savaged at this point. It's losing cohesion, trying to focus on things. But Venn, you are also in a similar shape as you start your turn bloodied.
Yeah, Venn is gonna step forward into the Twilight Sanctuary. And then, she tried this last turn and it didn't work out very well, but we're gonna do it again anyways and cast Bane on the 3 demons. So DC 14.
And what am I rolling, please? Charisma?
Charisma.
Wisdom? Okay, charisma saving throw. Okay, 3 charisma saving throws. I'm just going to go top to bottom with these. And save number 1 is a 15. A second one is an 8. And the last one is a 9. Okay.
All right.
You fall under concentration, and I believe... What was your DC again? Sorry?
14.
14. Okay, so 1 saves, but the other 2 not. The other 2 do not. Okay, then you're the purple hex, so I'll apply those to the 2 shadow demons in question. As your hex falls upon them, distorting their movements and twisting their minds. Back to you.
All right. That's gonna be all for her. So she steps forward into the Twilight Sanctuary, and kind of regathers the spectral chains that she's been using and throws them back out again. And this time, actually, takes hold of two of the shadow demons and she starts to sort of wrangle them while being healed by the Twilight Sanctuary.
Excellent. And the blasting, the effects, of course, wrangling the demons into your control. But at the start of the initiative, it is time for a little payback. This shadow demon here is going to step this direction, and it's going to make a target-rich environment roll once it gets there. And let's see here, Dermot is actually the target this time. And the creature will attempt to swing on Dermot with its claws. Okay, with a Bane roll of 1 from Venn and a 10 from me, that makes a grand total of 9. Swing and a miss for the Shadow Demon. That takes us to Maggie Keen Eyes. Maggie will bash this upper demon up here with her maul, and swings that giant maul, but double crit fails. She hauls the maul towards the Shadow Demon, and unfortunately her hands are slick with sweat, and they begin to lose grip on the maul. She overcorrects, and Magnus, now the maul is coming directly at you. Magnus, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
You got it. Oh yeah.
Alright, Magnus, you are very much able to duck the maul as it comes sailing past you and lands back in the road.
Ah! The hell?
Oh, sorry!
Okay. Hey, that was close.
Alright, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put a token for that weapon right over here. And there's Maggie's maul, right over there. She is then going to sort of look embarrassed, and she gets this sort of like embarrassed look on her face. And she tries to consider what to do next, and she decides to stay where she is and switch to her throwing hammers. So she will be bereft of her maul for the moment. Takes us to Aochabe, who's going to keep peppering away at this shadow demon down here, and she will open fire with her longbow twice. 2 arrows down range. One is a critical failure, complete miss. The second one is a 21, hitting the shadow demon for 13. Cut in half is 6. Alright, as the arrow sinks in, the shadow demon's looking particularly rough and critically wounded at this stage. But that takes us to this next shadow demon up here, who makes a target-rich environment roll. Okay, Maggie is the target this time, and the creature will attack with claws. Let's see, how about a critical failure to hit Maggie? Swing and a miss. Okay, so it misses, and the shadow demon tries to swing on Maggie, but isn't getting very far as we go to Rook. Your turn.
Alright, bonus actions, spiritual weapon.
Yes, 20 is a hit on the shadow demon. Roll damage. Dealing 9 force, and that is enough to obliterate the shadow demon.
Got up to there then.
Okay.
And I'm going to Word of Radiance again. It's a con
Another
save of 14.
Okay. Shadow demons try to resist the power of radiance, but with a 3 and an 11, they don't get very far. Well, actually, it's actually a 10 for the other one, thanks to Bane. But 12 radiant damage due to the vulnerability to each target, blasting them with a Word of Radiance. Well done, Rook. Back to you.
So Rook just motions to the sword, and it comes back towards him through the shadow demon, dispelling it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he grabs the one that's behind him, pulls him next to the other one, and blasts them both with his shield.
The creatures wilt under the power of the radiance as the Raven Queen abjures these shadow demons through you. That takes us to Dermot. Dermot will attempt to blast the shadow demon to the north with his ability Searing Wrath, but unfortunately he misses with an 8. Galsariad follows up on the same creature with Drain Potential, a bolt of necrotic energy, but that connects against the demon. Let's see here, checking vulnerabilities and such. The creature is unfortunately resistant to the blast of necrotic energy, so Galsariad only deals 7 hit points, but it's enough to send the shadow demon into wispy state, below half hit points. That takes us then to the shadow demon to the south, who makes a target-rich environment check. Rook, you are under assault. That is the claws coming your direction. And, okay, that is a 20 on both rolls, reduced by 4, making it a 16.
Miss.
Yes.
Bane saved it.
The shadow demons and Venn saving the day, a bit of a clutch there, disrupting the demons, And we go to Kitty. Your turn.
Kitty will race to the northern one and overhand chop with a greatsword.
Overhand chop with the greatsword.
Very recklessly, of course.
Of course.
And I rolled double 15.
All right, with the double 15, that is a hit on the Shadow Demon. Roll damage.
18 damage. That, of course, is not halved because you're going to be awesome about it.
I'm not, in fact. I'm going to be a complete scumbag about it. And 18 and half is 9. Got to get you those magical weapons. Maybe that's how I'll be nice at some point. Get you something magical. That would do it. Back to you, Kitty.
She is very frustrated with this combat because normally she's she's not bully. She's very childlike, and so when the thing she's best at, which is beating the shit out of things, isn't working, she's very upset.
And upset is a good thing to be when it comes to demons. But we go to Magnus. Might have something to say about that.
Another shot to the demons here.
Okay.
Right next to right there. And I am going to fire off Airbolt right here. Roll. Wow. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna hit.
No, sir. A 9 is certainly not going to hit. As the firebolt goes wide.
Womp womp. Alright, gotta go with the Force Ballista.
25 is a hit on the Shadow Demon to the north or south there.
The one highlighted, this guy right there. Gets an 11 force.
Yes, and he's thrown backward with the blast. 11 damage, and the Shadow Demon is looking a bit rough at this point with the impact. Back to you.
I mean, that'll be fine that he does that, but I'm gonna double check to see if it's an option to move him. But go ahead, I am done.
Okay. Venn, bottom of the initiative. Your turn.
Alright, I'm going to do a Ray of Frost on the bloodied demon up there that just got pushed back.
Very good.
Here we go, 22.
22 is a hit, but to your horror, the creature takes no damage whatsoever. Creature is immune to cold.
Okay. I was afraid of that. Alright. That's all she can do, so she just is holding the chains on the one demon, and then with her other hand she shoots out this ray of frost that just kind of it hits the demon square in the chest and then just kind of soaks into its skin, and she lets out a grunt of frustration, and that's gonna be it for her.
All right. Taking us to the top of the initiative with Maggie Keen Eyes, who is going to swat this demon to the south with her hammer toss. But it's not a hammer toss, it's just a throwing hammer. But a 25 is a hit on the creature, dealing 4 bludgeoning, and she will force the creature to make a strength saving throw. With a -4, with a double crit fail, the creature is pushed 5 feet away from Maggie and knocked prone. Checking prone condition. Unfortunately, the creature is immune to prone, but it is shoved backward since the creature is continually flying at all times, it seems. Aojabe fires at the wounded demon with her longbow twice, only landing 1 blow and dealing 5 piercing with the resistance reduction. Alright, that takes us then to the next Shadow Demon, who now has Rook pretty much as its only really option, since it doesn't really want to move, so it tries to slash at him with the claws at disadvantage. How about a 13 to hit?
Not gonna do it.
No, Shadow Demons are having a rough time here. Rook, your turn.
Alright. Step in there. Bring the spiritual weapon up and take a swing at the guy to myself.
Mm-hmm. 13 is, I believe, a hit on the Shadow Demon.
Alright.
Dealing
8 damage.
Yes, 8 force damage. Ripping open the Shadow Demon with the Force Blade. Back to you, Rook.
And then I'm gonna Word of Radiance them again.
Alright. Couple con saves for my demons. North one rolls a 8. Southern one rolls a 17, but gets baned. Venn, if you be so kind with to supply me a bane roll.
Got a roll 4.
No.
Alright, that is a 16, which is a save for the Shadow Demon. The northern one is not so lucky, however, but it does suffer 6 radiant with a vulnerability. Not enough to slay the beast, but it is looking particularly like it's going to be heading back to the Shadowfell any moment. Dermot hucks a Searing Wrath down range with a critical hit, blasting this creature out of existence with 40 radiant damage.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Dermot looks surprised as he looks back down at his holy symbol, and then he realizes, I should have gone for the one to the south. What am I doing? Ugh.
I mean, you're doing work, Dermot. Just be happy you got one.
Ah! The little goblin rushes into the fray. Galsariad does like a sort of... He looks over at Venn, and he's like, allow me to show you how a real spell works. And Galsariad fires Drain Potential at the last Shadow Demon. And he fails with an 8. I meant to do that.
Whoa.
Nice job.
Looking good, gal. True form.
I have no idea what you mean. Looking a bit ruffled and embarrassed, the wizard simply passes the turn to the Shadow Demon, who is going to continue to try and rend people that are around him. Rolling a d4. How about Dermot to get attacked this time? Swings on Dermot with the disadvantaged claws with an 8 to hit. That is a miss. Kitty, your turn.
Kitty's gonna run up on it, and she's gonna hit it.
Sounds
with
good
a
to me.
Big old sword.
We do like big old swords around here.
Rolling with advantage, and I got 24 and a 23, and damage. I got a 17, halved to 8.
Thank you. Biting into the Shadow Demon. It's starting to lose cohesion, but not as much as all of that, as the Great Sword passes into the demon, ripping it open just ever so slightly. Back to you, Kitty.
Kitty has hit every single time. She doesn't really understand what resistances are, so she taps her sword and goes, "Is this thing on?" And that's it.
The Shadow Demon, seeing your consternation, lets out this sort of abyssal chuckle as we go to Magnus, who might be interested in shutting him up.
Let's go with the salvos.
Let's go.
It's 9 for Kitty.
Alright.
Let's see here. Fire bolt.
I already had 10.
Okay.
Fetterbolt.
I don't know about that.
Shearbolt. 13, cut in half. 13 is a hit. And let's get that damage.
Okay, come on. Let's get it. Ow. Can't cut that in half.
One whole fire damage.
That's a hot one, baby.
That is
Mag-
hot damage.
The hottest of ones.
Magnus. That is enough to send the Shadow Demon into bloody state.
What now? Gonna cauterize that nosebleed. Alright, here we go.
Kitty throws a 10 for tantrum on the ground.
Venn points and says, "Now that's a spell, Galsariad."
Yeah. What do you think about that? Oh god. Over here. That way,
The
kind
wizard
of.
simply rolls his eyes.
And that looks diagonal enough. It's gonna run at the Dermot, so it won't move. Force Ballista. Here we go.
Force Ballista on the Shadow Demon. Yes, absolutely. 20 is a hit with the Force Ballista. Zap that sumbitch.
9.
9!
So forceful.
9 force damage. Okay. So, here's the fun part. Now, this does forced movement back with 9 damage, but Dermot is there in that direction. Dermot, and the creature is incorporeal, so now I'm trying to decide if I want to send the Shadow Demon into Dermot, or if I want to knock him into an empty space. You know what? Let's leave it up to fate. Magnus, give me a percentile roll, please. Let's go higher and lower. Okay, with the lower, it ends up in an empty space. Okay. Alright, Magnus, and back to you.
That'll be it.
Okay. So Magnus frags the beast once more, wounding it more, and Rook is still pumping out the temporary hit points. We go to Venn, bottom initiative.
She is going to cast a Dissonant Whispers. need a wisdom save, DC 14.
One wisdom save coming right up.
Ate it.
And that is a 6 for the Shadow Demon. Minus Bane, of course.
Oh yeah, let's see if he rolls a 2. Nah, it's only a
Rolled
5.
Rolls a 5. It's a cold 5.
Alright, here is the damage. Nope, that is... Yeah, that is damage. Okay, yep. 14 psychic. And then it has to
Creature.
use its reaction to move.
The creature is healed by psychic damage. No, I'm kidding. He suffers all the psychic damage.
Would leave.
Alright, so with the Dissonant Whispers, the Shadow Demon, should review Dissonant Whispers real fast. I don't think it's changed in the 2024 rules, but I've been wrong before. It must use its reaction to move as far away as it can using the safest route. Well, there's really no such thing. So, it moves here out of both Dermot and Rook's threatened squares. Dermot will swing with his Warhammer.
And I'm gonna Booming Blade it, because I have Warcaster.
Dermot connects with a 17, dealing 3 bludgeoning. And with the Warcaster shot, Booming Blade also connects with a 23. And this is before the creature gets to the square. Okay, doing 5 slashing damage, cut down to 2. No. It doesn't turn the weapon magical, as I recall.
No.
Okay, so 2 damage.
But he's gonna take some magic damage when he moves again.
Yes, give me that. So he's already moved. So, I'll tell you what, go ahead and give me that damage now, and let's see what that does.
D8 at this level.
So 5 more. Creature is resistant to thunder damage, so he'll
Yep.
take 2 more. And he will continue moving up to the corner of the map. 5. Okay, Venn, back to you.
Alright. I know we were trying to keep it kind of in range, but I thought maybe the opportunity attacks would kill it. Oh well. I'm just gonna step forward. She's just gonna step forward to kind of get a head start if she has to attack again. And end her turn in Twilight Sanctuary.
Alright. As the Shadow Demon flees in terror from your party, taking blast after blast, the creature is looking particularly savage at this point. As we go to Maggie Keen Eyes, who looks to finish the job with one of her throwing hammers. She will miss with an 8. Aojabe, however, will fire 2 shots from her longbow to see how that goes. 2 misses, a 7 and a 5. She's not doing well. Aojabe is getting more and more aggravated as time goes on, but Rook, it is your turn.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon.
Alright.
I can't get it all the way there, but then he's gonna go after the demon.
Going after the demons.
Right up to him, and Word of Radiance.
Word O Radiance.
Con save, 14.
And how about a 12? It's not going to do it.
Minimum damage.
Well, it's 2 damage on the Radiant. You guys are rolling
Yikes.
great today. Creature is still alive. Well, it's never. Is it alive? It's a demon. It's alive.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Alright, Rook. You blast the creature. It's basically like a feared at this point and trying very hard to get under the situation under control. But, yes, thank you, Venn. It exists. Searing Wrath against the Shadow Demon, and that is a hit. Dermot blasts the creature with the Searing Wrath, and holding up the holy symbol, blasting the demon with a shot of 12 radiant damage, blasting the demon out of existence. And that is the end of the combat.
Oh, nice shot, Darmit.
I got him! I got him! Kitty, I got him!
Kitty
Alright.
jumps on this thing, whatever it was. It's a big lizard thing, and just starts smacking it with the sword.
So you're just chopping this dead Hezru like over and over.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you start chopping the thing into even more black ichor sludge until there's really nothing left of the Hezru to really speak of. It is dead. And so are the demons hiding inside the Aurora Watch members who lie dead at your feet. Okay, Venn, let's do some cleanup here. Venn, your Bane fades away. How long does Twilight Sanctuary last again?
It's a minute.
That's fading away too.
Yep, a spiritual weapon as well.
As mentioned, Maggie goes and recovers her maul from. She does walk over to Magnus and goes, "Sorry about that."
Nah, don't worry about it. I've tossed a few things at my friends, too.
Okay, just so long as you know it wasn't personal or anything.
Oh, sure. No, I saw it slip out of your hands. No harm, no foul.
All right, well, I tell you what, I'll first round's on me, okay?
Oh yeah, sure. That'll be fine.
She looks a little bit sheepish after that, but starts wandering as if like kind of like your reassurances didn't really phase her too much. Ao like kind of looks in your direction, Magnus, and she like gives you a nod and then goes to just talk to Maggie for a minute. The low conversation kind of gives away the context of the whole thing. Basically, Ao's just trying to also reassure Maggie. But the rest of the Aurora Watch, as I mentioned, lie dead. Their weapons and armor destroyed by whatever killed them, and with the Hezru, I suppose. The Shadow Demons and Quasits are no more.
Magnus is going to go to each of the bodies and see if there are personal effects, something that's somewhat like a dog tag with these people, and collect them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Some sort of identifying. You find like a stone that's like kind of, or a piece of like iron that's been etched with names and ranks and that sort of thing. Most, if not all of these individuals came out of Baxxoxan, and so you're able to recover 6 of those tags.
He seems to be able to know exactly where these things would be located on these bodies, and he starts to grab them. After he collects them, I think he will probably burn the bodies after that.
Dermot looks a little confused. He like heads over to you, Magnus, and goes, "You're not looting these people, are you?"
No. The Aurora Watch really needs to know that these people are passed on. We can't leave them here like this. It'll attract monsters and various other things. Not to mention, undead do come back to life sometimes. There could be. It's just better not to have bodies out here.
Quietly, Galsariad begins begins setting fires to the corpses to the south, as if understanding what you're doing. But Dermot still presses. He's like, "Well, what is that you took off their bodies, though? I mean, you took something."
Here, and I'll show him the stones, and it's like these are identification stones that the Aurora Watch use.
Ooh.
It's basically a way of letting them know if you can't recover the bodies, they know that they are gone. They at least have this. Their families will have something. These are what the personal effects are from each of the individual bodies, so maybe there's some sort of keepsake I could bring back for them.
It's curious, but and noble. I do apologize for my suspicion, but how did you know to look for these?
Oh, this isn't my first Aurora Watch dead body. I'd like to respect the dead. Oh, if you have any last rites, Cleric, or Rook, if you either at one of those want to say those as we're doing this work, probably wouldn't be the worst idea.
Dermot looks over at Rook a bit confused, but he's like, yes, I think that's a good idea. And he starts doing a Luxor sort of like, or Luxon kind of, Luxor, it's a casino. But no, he does all right, step right up to the blackjack tables, let's go.
Just pulls out a pendant that's just a roulette table, and he just pulls it.
Okay, place your bets. No, he does the Luxon business, and but he seems assured of what's gone down. Anybody else want to throw out something?
Yeah, so Rook's gonna walk up to Venn and kind of like nod at her wounds and be like, "May I?"
Venn is gonna hold up a hand gently, and she'll say, "Actually, save your spells. I think I've got this one." And she pulls out her deck of cards, and she says, "When I was doing my reading earlier today, I felt the spirit of a healer, and I think that I can call on them now." And earlier today, I rolled the Tail of the Angel, which gives the target hit points equal to 2 rolls of Bardic Inspiration die plus Charisma modifier, and I'm just going to target myself with that.
All right.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And that's 12.
Behind everything else going on, Kitty kicks a cactus like 50 yards away.
Good kid, Kitty. Did you seem to do it out of anger or just do it?
She was frustrated.
Oh. Was it because he couldn't hit as hard?
She kicks another cactus, but not away. She doesn't respond to you.
All right. Well,
Ven will go up to her. She'll just say, Kitty, those cactuses aren't hurting us.
She stops kicking them and just like kind of reaches for a hug from Venn.
I think Ven will hug her back.
all right.
And she'll also prestidigitation Kitty. Get all the dust off, all the blood, and ichor.
The bow straightens up, kind of like
Yeah.
twing.
She's upset, but she doesn't like talk about it. Like she's pretending she's not upset, like a kid. If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah. Ven is just kind of holding her. She knows that if Kitty wants to talk, she will.
Perception roll, Rook. All right. Galsariad simply moves to the south and continues burning bodies. But that is the end of this encounter, until finally someone suggests that you guys should move on, because night is beginning to fall. Before you guys are able to take a long rest for the day, you have one more encounter.
Could I have made a new bardic roll while we were traveling?
Hasn't been a new day yet. Does that make a difference?
It's just like one spend of my bardic die, pretty much, or bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Hang on.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just one use of my bardic inspiration to roll on the table.
Okay, go right ahead. I will rule that you guys can get a short rest in if you would like to do that.
I might do something.
Oh, you were really hurt, weren't you?
I was bloodied, but I'm back above health now. I might roll one hit die.
It's up to you guys. I don't really have a need to short rest.
I think it's just a transition. You can have a short rest if you want to.
Okay.
As you guys are walking along, and you've managed to able to get some form of like rest period in, you continue walking along. The time is getting a bit late at this point, and you guys are probably looking for a campsite in order to call it an evening. However, before you're able to do so, you do see a curious sight ahead. I'm going to shut off the daylight mode, first of all, and anybody that needs to resolve that situation, let me know.
Good here.
Who can't see?
I can see.
I technically can't, but I do have the 3 prayers thing that could produce light. So if you want to give me dark vision, I don't know how dark vision works for you, like
I'm gonna give you the super dark vision as soon as I can find it. It's 300 feet. It lasts for an hour. I know that. I just don't know where it is on here.
Coming right up. 300. Boom. Ahead of you, you guys see a corpse. Another corpse. More viciousness along the road to Baxxoxan. And you see an Udak. A dead Udak. Enormous ape-like demon. It's a good thing this thing is dead, because it is grotesque and massive, and probably would have caused significant damage to a lot of you. So what we are seeing on my end of things is a giant ape-like creature, but with the face of a crocodile and the eyes of a spider almost, and an extra set of mid-section arms, as it turns out. So a pretty terrifying-looking creature indeed. Horrific.
It looks like a critter.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know if you
Only
guys have seen the movie
ape-like.
Critters, but yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, significantly huge.
Yeah.
So the demonic corpse that you guys can see ahead has been punctured with countless spears and axes, and it's slowly melting into a pool of black sludge. Now, surrounding the body are the corpses of 24 humans wearing hide armor, as well as the bodies of the warriors' horses. There is a carrion bird circling the battlefield, several hundred feet in the air, and just kind of like circling and looking to feast on an easy meal. What would you guys like to do?
This thing's off to the side of this road. Is this a ravine or is this going down?
Let's say it's kind of. I'm just going to suggest that it's actually the road itself. You can kind of see but you do see some elevation points like here and there. So I'm guessing that somebody took a natural ravine and turned it into a road.
I was wondering, we can see just fine over the ravine as we see here on the map. We can see everything.
Yeah, I don't see any need to cause any major issues right now. In fact, I'm not even gonna rule elevation on these things. Just move where you need to. I just basically needed a map for the moment.
I hear you.
Kitty pulls on Ven's sleeve and goes, "Can I touch it?"
Well, it appears dead. I suppose if anybody were to touch it, it'd probably be best that it were you.
How about we take a look together?
Kitty's gonna walk forward.
Venn will follow.
Your rival party will also move up a little bit.
And Kitty will just kind of pet the fur in a non-affectionate way, that's just how she knows how to interact with fur.
As you begin stroking the fur of the Udak, and you are getting this sort of black sludge all over your metallic fingers now, do you have any reaction to that? As mentioned, this Udak is melting, so...
Yeah, I think she didn't see the ooze, and the minute she touches it, she goes, "Ew!" and puts her hand in front of Ben's face.
Yeah, that's something. Can I investigate and see? Did this thing seem to die because of all these people around, or does it look like maybe there were some survivors that left the scene?
Yes, it appears that these warriors, whoever they are, felled this Udak and the creatures within. But unfortunately kind of paid with their lives. But as you're looking around, give me a survival check.
Okay.
Can we all make that?
Just Magnus, unless he asks for help.
I was gonna ask Rook to kind of wave him over. Hey, you take a look around here and see if there are any tracks leading off.
Yeah, I'll check the area.
Did Kitty hear you ask that?
But yeah.
Okay. Kitty's gonna look too then.
Let's start checking these bodies then. Did I get anything off of the Udak?
Get anything off of it?
Anything other than it died from multiple stab or...
Yes, you pull the hand. Yes, you pull both the hand and eye of Vecna free from its corpse.
I'm not looking for loot.
I know, I'm just being a dick. You went out, but it turns out it had a staff of power wedged in its butthole.
Hey guys, check this out.
No. Sorry, Brian. I'm just mugging for the
fine.
Mugging for the cast. Okay. Hold on. So I need to make a couple of checks here.
Sure.
So Kitty and Rook, you guys don't really turn up anything with the survival rolls. You're not sure if anyone survived this, to be honest. As for the investigation check that you made, really nothing more than what you already know. As you're from the Udak itself, you're kind of seeing. Then finally, after a couple of minutes, you're looking through the Udak's body, and you see what appears to be a very finely crafted dagger embedded in the hide of the Udak.
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and grab it, pull it out.
All right. This very finely crafted dagger is inscribed with a single name, Kirchali Wastewalker.
Hey, Venn, can you have a look at this? I'll hand Venn the dagger.
Venn will take some time if we have time to cast Identify.
You want to take 10 minutes?
Yeah, unless anybody is in a hurry.
Then no, we do not have time for that because you guys have a problem to deal with. All right. Up in the sky, the carrion bird is now racing down towards your party at high speed. It's growing in size and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you realize it's not a carrion bird at all. It's in fact something much worse. You guys see what appears to be an oversized vulture, but not a vulture. It's elongated neck, wild eyes, and fur running down its back. Identify it as something far more demonic.
Oh, shit.
A Vrock is swooping down to attack your party. It lands with a solid thump towards the ground here, and it immediately begins screeching a horrifying screech in order to attack your party. But to make matters worse, the Udak suddenly bursts open, and 3 more of those gruesome little closets rip free of the corpse itself.
Gross.
And as the battle is joined, we will come back to that. I'm going to say that the Udak rots away at this point. And we'll deal with this combat when we come back from our break, because your Dungeon Master needs some water. But at any rate, we'll be back here in just a moment. Okay. Okay. So the Vrok and the Closets have the Vrok has swung down to claim its meal of the Udak, and the Closets have torn free from its corpse to accost you as well. Let's get into combat. Okay, with everything sorted out, we sort into descending order, and let's get this party started with one of the Closets. Alright, this Closet here jumps forward and attacks Magnus, attempting to rend the Artificer.
Oh, aren't you cute? Oh, God.
And it makes a claw attack towards you, Magnus, as the Closet reaches up to try to rip out your eyes with a 14. So the Closet takes a swing at you and is unable to breach your defenses as we go to Venn.
I am going to cast a spray of cards, which here is the description for that. Yeah, I'm going to cast a spray of cards up at this critter. What was it called?
A Vrok. That one.
Yeah, like so. I don't know if you can see my thing, but yeah.
I can see everything. I see what you did.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. He needs to make a Dex save DC 14.
I still see what you did. Okay. Vrok makes a Dex save, you say?
Mhm.
Alright, how about a 14?
It saves, but it still takes half of 9.
So, 4 damage to the Vrok. What's the damage code on that? Force damage?
Yes, it is force.
And 4 damage to the Vrok. Back to you, Venn.
Let me see. She is gonna move. Actually, no, she's going to stay right where she is. So she just turns around as soon as this rock lands on the ground and fans out her deck of cards, and spectral cards fly out from it and attack the rock. And a few of them kind of slice up its arms and stuff, but that is going to be all from Venn.
Okay. With the Vrok shredded by the cards, you get a few minor scratches upon the Vrok, and it takes great offense at this as we go to the Closet to the south, who leaps forward, and it will attack Kitty, that little Closet. A claw stroke coming for our Warforged, but it's not a very good one with an 11 to hit Kitty. Aojabe goes next as she aims for down. She is nearby the Vrok as the closest target, so Aojabe aims her longbow at the Vrok and fires twice. The first one, a miss. The second one, a hit with a 17. She deals 8 piercing to this Vrok, or she would if the creature were not resistant to non-magical weapons, dealing 4 damage to the Vrok as the arrow sort of sinks in, doing a little bit of superficial damage to this highly armored and very deadly Vrok. Ao then takes a few steps away. She takes a few steps away, going through her allies, going all the way to the top. That takes us then to the Vrok. The Vrok will move over to here, and from its body it begins disgorging these abyssal spores, 15 feet in all directions. Kitty's going to be on the safe side on that one. That's from the Vrok. Okay. And, okay, so everybody but Kitty, give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Including our NPC friends.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. I'm just getting all of your rivals' saves going here, so this might take me a moment.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to use puppy power, too.
Okay.
I'm also using puppy power.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just call for totals here in a minute, because I've got so much to track.
Yep.
Dermot saves. Let's see here. Galsaria does not. And Maggie saves. Okay. Kitty, you're not a part of this. Venn, what'd you get?
13.
13 is not enough. You will become poisoned. Alright. While poisoned in this way, a target will take 1d10 poison damage at the start of each of its turns. A target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect of itself on a success. There's another way of doing it, but I'm not going to tell you. Rook, what was yours? 12. You are also poisoned and will suffer that same effect. Magnus.
I got a 15.
You save and will not suffer this effect. Okay. As for Galsariad, he is also going to suffer this effect. And this, so again, the target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So as you guys breathe in these horrific spores, they begin leaching into your system, and this, like, the camera swoops into this sort of microscopic view as these hideous little black blobs begin, attaching themselves to your lungs, corrupting them and turning them all sorts of green and black colors. As we go to Rook, coughs up a goblet of blood and will suffer 1d10 poison. Okay, Rook, 3 poison to you.
Taking those off my temps.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay, you fall under concentration and start dealing out that bless. Who are your targets, please?
Kitty, Magnus, and Venn.
Okay. Kitty, feel the blessings of the Raven Queen upon you. Magnus and Venn, you do the same. Venn, you do it through coughing fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to you, Rook.
That's gonna be it for me.
Okay, Rook, any description from you?
Yeah, you just kind of see a few like ravens fly out from behind his cloak, and they kind of encircle his allies, kind of trying to guide their strikes.
All right. The ravens circling around you guys, guiding your strikes, as Rook said. We go then to the Quasit at the back. This Quasit comes up here and rushes Kitty, attempting to pounce upon her and attacks. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try something else. Kitty, the Quasit rushes up on you, and it distends its mouth in a sort of like predator kind of like, folding, flapping jowls, and attempts to scare you. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. 13 is going to do it. Yeah, 17 is definitely going to do it. You save and are not frightened of this Quasit for 1 minute. So as it shrieks at you, Kitty, you have any sort of reaction to it?
Kitty just looks at it like it does this terrifying thing, and he just stares at it like, what was that supposed to do?
The Quasit's jowls like kind of fold back into its face, and it's kind of like, uh-oh. And that takes us to Kitty herself. Save to end poison, yes, Rook. Give me... no, you don't get to save, just F you. No, con save, please.
I rolled a 21.
With a 21, you end the poisoned effect on your person.
Awesome.
Okay, now Kitty, go ahead.
Kitty is going to do something. Just a moment. And
Does it rhyme with page?
no, it's called battle mode.
Oh, sorry.
So Kitty, her lights change to an orange, and it goes battle mode orange, and it starts playing the rap battle clapback music. And a holographic tiger, paces around her. So if anyone hits her, they're in trouble. Then she is going to use the Jewel of Three Prayers to do the daylight function of it.
Okay, the daylight function. Okay, so you're casting daylight.
I don't think it is. It just causes bright light to come from me in 15 feet.
And so while holding the jewel, you can use it to shed bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. Okay, got it.
And then she's going to step here.
Okay.
Do they attack?
This Quasit here, actually both Quasits will go ahead and take a swing at you. They attack. First Quasit goes a 21 to hit,
That hit.
dealing 4 piercing and 4 poison. Actually, no, 4 piercing to begin with, and then I need a Constitution saving throw to see if you suffer the poison as well. The second Quasit fails miserably to hit you. Yes, more than enough. You absorb the poison, but do take the tiny scratch from the creature for 2 piercing, I believe, after modifications. And Kitty, back to you. And that actually hits the Quasit, I believe. Yes, your battle mode. Okay, and some force damage. 1 whole force damage from Mr. Quasit. So that would be the one. That would be the one that tried to scare you.
And then
Oh.
she'll step right back.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Brock attack?
Seeing what had just happened to the Quasit, the Vrock declines to swing on you.
And that'll be it.
Okay. So Kitty, I think you've given a solid amount of narrative, but if you want to add some more, you can.
Well, Kitty just turns orange like she does, and then like holds up the amulet from her neck a little bit and rubs it, and it brightens up, and now they should be at disadvantage because they're in bright light. And then she walks away trying to trick. Oh, she shoots out a tiger. Then she takes a step back, and then the tiger jumps on the one Quasit and just like barely nicks it, but still she feels satisfied. She hit it, and it wasn't resistant to the damage.
Now, you did say something about the light affecting the Quasits. Am I hearing that correctly?
Well, I don't know. Are they?
No,
bright light?
you're thinking of the shadow demons. Those
That's
have
okay.
issues with the light. Yeah, but not these.
Oh well, she tried.
That's okay. All right, as Kitty's turn comes to a close, Magnus, go right ahead.
Alright, you little bastards in front, sit down. I'm going to take the Battlecaster and shove it into the holster on my shield, and then click something on the caster, and the shield starts to vibrate, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave in front of me.
Thunder Wave, a fantastic spell, wildly overrated or underrated. It's underrated. My brain's working. I haven't been driving for days.
It is a Con 15 save.
Coming right up for Mr. Quasits. Okay. Need to check for magic resistance. Ah, yes. Quasits have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So, let's go. Rolling 3 con saves. 2 and 3. Quasit number 1 rolls a 10. Quasit number 2 rolls a 10. And Quasit number 3 rolls a 17.
Okay.
So, what was your spell save DC, please?
15.
15. Okay, so we have 2 failures. Those Quasits, and what's the type of damage they're taking? Thunder?
Thunder.
Okay. This Quasit is blasted apart. This Quasit is blasted apart. This other Quasit, though, did save and will suffer half damage, I believe, and is not pushed. But it is rent into bloodied state. The Quasit is having a bit of a time dealing with that.
Alright. Then I'm gonna move loop, loop. And even though it's... I could take damage. Screw it. Take a step back.
Okay, yep. I'll have the Quasit swing on you. A little claw coming your way. Yeah! Critical failure. Nothing doing.
Force Ballista will pop up on my shoulder, and I will fire at the rock.
Shooting at the Vrock. Let's see it. Okay, 17 plus 3 is 20, and that is a definite hit. Vrock. Roll damage, please. 17 force damage to the Vrock, and it will take all of that. And it is blasted backward 5 feet.
Damage, I have not been able to roll the damage yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, was that the attack? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. It's... There we go. That's a hot 9.
Hot 9 for Mr. Vrock, and he is thrown back 5 feet. Pew! Staggered by your force ballista. Back to you, Magnus.
At that shit! And then That'll end his turn.
All right. Dermot will swat at the rock with his Warhammer and Searing Wrath. Warhammer is a miss, and the Searing Wrath is at disadvantage for ranged within 5 feet, and he misses with an 11. Maggie swings her maul. She will miss the rock with an 8, and Galsariad starts his turn poisoned. So Galsariad will take a d10 and poison damage. D10. Coughs up a bit of blood, losing 7 hit points, and will take the disengage action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and joins AO on the other side. He attempts to save at the end of his turn with a con save. And submitting. And that's a critical failure for Galsariad, who is going to remain poisoned. The Quasit to the south here jumps into this position and makes a target-rich environment roll, and it lands on Venn. Alright, Venn. The creature attempts to claw you, but it's not a strong roll. It's a feeble 9 from the Quasit. No damage. Alright, Venn. At the top of your turn, since you are still poisoned by the Vrock, you will suffer... how about 9 poison damage for you?
Okay. Assuming I still have the temps, I don't think those went away, right?
They did not.
Yeah,
They
they
go
all
away
have
in
a
long
long
rest, or
That
if
is
they get
correct.
used.
That is
Right.
correct.
Gotcha. Then I take 1 whole damage.
1 whole damage. 1 damage. Hold the mayo.
Alright.
Did we keep the temps from the previous battle?
Yeah, you should have.
Should have, yeah. They only
Oh,
go
I-
away in a long rest.
Okay, I'm gonna just fix that then.
Sure.
Yeah, same.
By all means. By all means, everybody. You get
All
some
right.
temps. And you get some temps.
This is all this class is like. You want some temps? Temps for everybody.
Hey, little kid, come here.
You want to go fight that monster? I got some hit points you can have.
Hey man, I'll
Only the first. Only the first taste of temporary hit points is free.
Yeah.
After that, you got to donate to the Raven Queen. What's the Raven Queen? Well, step in this van and I'll tell you all about it.
All
It's
right.
just a small type. Just a small type.
You have a trustworthy face. Yeah, like
Hey,
popsicles.
You got that popsicles. That's awful.
Truly bad. All
That was
right,
really bad.
continue.
Hey, Venn. Why don't you take your turn? Just for this gets any
Stop
worse,
us,
let me get monetized. Stop us! We've gone mad with power.
Venn sits and listens to the spirits around her talking about luring children into something
They're
called
not.
a van.
No, they're not. That is not what that is legally
Venn
not what
heard
happened.
You wanna
Venn
get
hears you.
No, you can't prove this in any court of law.
There's puppies in there.
Puppy power. Aw. Okay.
All right. Venn
Horrible.
is going to. She's gonna cast a spell.
You're all monsters. Or spell? Oh boy.
Uh huh.
What you got?
Enlarge, reduce, and
Hell yeah.
if Kitty allows, we're going to make her big.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it, kitty.
Kitty, would you like to be big?
Yeah.
So enthusiastic. Brr, 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 brr.
Noise.
I don't have
Alright.
like the. We need like the Mario mushroom noise like right here.
Yeah.
The rap battle song just gets louder.
disco lights start shooting everywhere.
A
probably
holographic
should've-
tiger got bigger too.
probably should have ran away before I went under concentration, but that's fine.
It's just a little guy.
Yeah. I am gonna go I'm gonna go through Rook's square and go on the other side of Rook.
Which doesn't cost any extra movement anymore in 2024, which is nice.
Good to know.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good.
that is true. If it's
That
it's with size codes and also allies now, which I think is an interesting change. But
Dig it.
Can you attack from an ally's square?
no, that is still not the case because you can't end your move in any creature's square, no matter what happens.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
unless you're
Alright.
incorporeal, I guess.
Oh shoot.
Venn just she shoots off this this aura, and the way it actually looks is it looks like there is basically this giant spectral version of Kitty surrounding her, and every movement that Kitty makes, the giant spectral version makes, and she is essentially the spectral vision, but it just appears as if she's controlling this wispy version of herself. And then Venn just kind of scoots around Rook, and she says, okay, yep, you stand there in between me and the big demon bird, thank you. And that is all.
Aojabe takes her turn next and fires a longbow shot at the closet, trying to get rid of that thing. And 11, however, is not going to do it, so she fires again. She's like, why can't I hit anything?
Just relax.
22 is a hit, and with 5 piercing, the closet is brought down. Thwack.
Nice hit.
Well, these things have resistances, don't they? Nerds. Okay. But that's okay. The thing was very damaged, so it doesn't have enough hit points either way. So it is dead. So Ao's like, alright, that's better! Shoots one of those things dead. And then the Rock takes its turn. Oh, by the way, Venn, you needed to save out of the poison, please.
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
If you don't mind. Can't save. But with 2 points, though, that is not enough in order to save out of the thing. You are still poisoned.
Darn.
Who still has puppy power left? Anybody?
I do.
Okay. Magnus still does. Anyone else?
I used mine.
Okay. Venn, did you use yours?
I used mine, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
Okay, got it. Okay, in that case then, that takes us to the Vrock, who is going to attempt to recharge its abyssal spores.
His
But not with that
stank.
dice. But he fails to do so to bring back the stank.
That carrier bird stank.
Yeah. The Vrock will shift to here, and we'll do some measuring that you guys can't see. Because screw y'all. And let's see. Okay. Everybody except Galsariad and Ao. Everybody, the creature unleashes a horrifying screeching noise that penetrates into your very soul. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws against stunning screech.
Let's go. Venn, Kitty, Magnus.
Oh, does it hit me?
It hits everyone, yes.
Really? I thought it was only
Yep.
15.
It's 20, sir.
Oh, that's my
No,
bad.
that was the spores.
Yeah, stunning screech is. Actually, wait a minute. Never mind, Magnus. You are actually outside the radius. Never mind. Never mind. So, Magnus, you're okay. Okay. So, Rook, what's your final result?
Mine's a 14.
Okay, you save. Venn, you also save. Kitty, on the other hand, what was your final result? Looks like a
9.
Okay, that is a failure. Any rebuttals?
Nope.
Nope. Kitty, you are stunned. Okay.
She's also stunning.
party.
All right. While stunned, you would experience the following effects. You are also incapacitated, which I believe brings rage to an end.
Yep.
Yep. So the stunning shriek, and Kitty has to cover her auditory sensors, clutching them in disrupting agony as the rage collapses. And after a moment, Kitty is left just sort of rocking back and forth, trying to protect herself from the demonic screech.
I think it's more just like she's in frozen mode, like perfectly stiff like a statue.
Fair enough. You are stunned until the end of the Vrok's next turn. But that is it for the Vrok. It finishes screeching, and we go to Rook. Your turn.
I'm going to take a step to there, and I'm going to Booming Blade it.
Okay. Booming Blade. That's the Vrok.
16.
Booming Blade 16 is a hit against the Vrok. Okay, you slash the creature for 10. Resistances, it actually becomes 5.
Yep.
And you wrap it in the warping energy with your color, green tag, and there we go. Booming Blade. Back to you, Rook.
That's it.
Okay. So as Rook slashes into the beast, wrapping it in the energy, we go to Kitty, and then past Kitty, as you are standing there a bit staggered and shut down. But Magnus, sensing the distress of your allies, it's your turn.
Here we go. Magnus is going to pull out the caster, aim at a rock near him, and just force the rock to hover in front of its caster and blast the rock with a catapult.
Catapult.
It's a 15 dex saving throw.
Okay, 15 dex saving throw. Okay. Advantage with magical resistance. How about a 16?
Okay. Yep, that saves.
Okay, and I believe no effect if the catapult goes past, right?
I don't see any effect on save, so I'm assuming
So-
nothing happens.
I would agree with that. The object simply goes sailing past, and it keeps going until it strikes an object, if I remember correctly, but that means I'm going to have to make checks against Dermot and Maggie, and that seems wrong somehow. Seems like a terrible spell if that was the case. But yes, Magnus, that is indeed a miss with catapult. Back to you, Magnus.
I will go ahead and move here, and then fire another force ballista.
Let's blast that rock.
Force ballista, here we go.
21 is a hit on the Vrok. Roll damage.
Oh, up. 16 on the damage.
Yep. Get murked. 16 damage from the rock. A potent blast from the Force Ballista. Back to you, Magnus.
That should be it.
Alright. As you blast the Vrok away, you blast it into range of Dermot, who is going to smack away with his Warhammer and his Searing Wrath. A 12 on the Warhammer and an 11 on the Searing Wrath. Both misses. Maggie swings her maul at the Vrok. She connects with an 18, dealing 5 bludgeoning damage to the creature, and attempts to force a strength saving throw on the Vrok. Not a magical effect. The Vrok fails with a 9. It is pushed 5 feet away from Maggie, back towards our other 2 tanks, and is knocked prone. Galsariad then goes, and he will have to deal with the whole poison effect at the top of his turn. He will suffer 2 poison damage, and he will then use an effect of his that I have to look up. Okay. Galsariad uses his gravity wave effect, which has a recharge function, and he will use that. So he fills a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point he can see, and that radius will be... So he does it there, 10 foot. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw, and the Vrock will have advantage for magical resistance. Here we go. And the Vrock will succeed with a 17, and it is not pulled, but it will take half force damage to the tune of 6 force damage to the Vrock. Boom. Blast from Galsariad. At the bottom of the initiative, after the rivals have done their work, Venn, top of the initiative, your turn.
Sorry, just navigating my sheet. All right, she is going to cast. I'll move here, and I can't do that anyways. I don't have spell slots. Okay, we're just gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the Vrock.
Okay, Dissonant Whispers coming down.
Wisdom.
Let's see the Wisdom save with their advantage. How about a 21 to resist?
That's a save. It takes half of this. In psychic, 5 psychic.
5 psychic damage to the Vrock.
Mhm.
Zapping this gigantic vulture bastard, but not turning him into a Thanksgiving dinner just yet. Back to you, Venn.
I'm going to go back to where I was and then some. And Venn is just gonna kind of shout out to Kitty to kind of snap out of it. Not really sure what is going on with her friend. That's gonna be all.
Okay. That then will take us to Ao Chabe.
Go save poison too.
Yes, save for poison, please. Oh, that's right, Venn. We need to deal some damage to you, actually, at the start of your turn. Let's get that done,
Yeah.
too. Alright, little poison damage for Venn. 4 points of poison. A con save on your concentration spell of the large.
Yeah. Here is concentration. Coming soon to a table near you. Right.
You save with the concentration. Okay.
And
And
poison
now-
save.
Yes. Another 23 with the addition of the 3 from Rook for a total 26, and you save out of the poison condition.
Hooray!
Ao Chabe will take her turn. Digging out her harpoon out of her pack, she brandishes this stabby bits harpoon, and she will attempt to lacerate this creature while it is prone. 2 harpoon strikes with advantage. The first of which, a 9, the second of which, a 10. Or Ao is unable to land the blows against the Vrock.
She's having a bad day.
She's having a rough day. You can just see the Genasi getting like angrier and angrier. She's like, ah! Trying to just keep things going. And then that takes us to the Vrock itself. The Vrock will stand up from prone and attempt to recharge its spores, and fails to do so. Okay. It has the green function on it. Rook, what's that about again?
Blade.
Moving blade, so I can't move, but I can hurt people. So, let's hurt some people. Alright, I see no reason not to go for the stunned creatures, so multi-attack, and the Vrock will focus all of its aggression on the enlarged barbarian. Alright, a 15 with the beak. Is that a hit, Ellen?
Yeah,
It is. Okay, then your AC is off. What's your AC supposed to be?
17.
Okay, so 15 doesn't hit then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So the beak does not hit. The talons do, however, with a 23.
Alan
And-
also was hit by the stun.
Oh my god. Okay, and the talons rend you for 9 slashing damage, Kitty.
Okay.
Alright. The Vrock's turn comes to an end. Kitty, you are no longer stunned or incapacitated. So you feel the talons raking across your body, but the remaining temps, I believe, are gone at this point, probably.
Yep.
And you come back out of the stunned condition. Any narrative for that result?
I think there is like she makes the Windows startup noise.
Oh, no.
Alan, take heroic inspiration. That's pretty good.
Oh no, she's running Vista.
Oh God! Kitty turns on her allies.
Damn you, Cliff from Microsoft.
See, now I'm just imagining Clippy with a bow on his head.
Oh my god, that's the name of her sword.
Clippy. Clippy with a bow on his head?
Hell yeah.
The whole thing? The whole...
Hell yes.
Perfect. Hi, it looks like you're trying to murder a demon. Would you like some help?
Yes, that's amazing.
That's so stupid, but I love it.
The sword with the animated bounce and everything. Just God damn it.
Oh God, I gotta give Kitty a dancing greatsword. Oh my God. I have to do it now. I have to. Okay. Yeah, Rook. Your turn. It's pretty good, Alan. Did you take the heroic?
Yeah.
That was well earned. Alright, so the booming blade fades away from the Vrock, but Rook, it is your turn.
I'm gonna booming blade him again.
Yeah? Are you?
Yeah, I like keeping him here.
Alright. Yes. 25 is a hit on the Vrock. Roll damage. Not a whole ton of slashing. It's only 2 damage, but the bidness is re-upped.
That's gonna do it for me.
Alright. Another shredding strike from our cleric as we go to Kitty, who's enlarged and in charge.
I already rolled for it, so you hear battle mode orange, and the tiger's right back. And Kitty is visibly pissed, and so she's going to. I think, yeah, I'm gonna do it because I wanna. I'm going to do unarmed strike for a grapple.
Okay, I will attempt to resist that.
So with a grapple, it's just I need to hit you and you're grappled, and then you can get out of it at the end of your next turn.
What's that a function of?
Unarmed strike.
Huh? Help me. I'm a poor feeble dungeon master, I don't know.
A creature can grapple another creature. Character typically grapples by using an unarmed strike. Successfully grappling a creature gives it the grappled condition. And then a grappled creature can use its action to make a strength or dexterity save against the grapple's escape DC.
So is it not a resistance anymore? Or?
I believe it's not.
So, the target does have to succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which, or it has the grappled condition. The DC for the saving throw and any escape attempt equals 8 plus Kitty's strength modifier and proficiency bonus. So what's my target number for that? So they did change
14.
14. Okay, I will attempt to save with Dex here, which is interesting. Okay, how about an 8? That's not going to do it, I don't think.
No.
So yes, you do indeed snatch the creature, and it has the grappled condition. Okay, stating that the creature is speed 0 and can't increase. Attacks affected. You actually have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. Neat. And movable. The grappler can drag or carry you when it moves, but every foot of movement costs it 1 extra foot unless you are tiny or 2 or more sizes smaller than it. Interesting. So some brand new changes there. Very cool. Okay. We'll be referencing those. But all the same, the creature is grappled. Okay. Cool. Snatched him up.
And basically, me and the tiger are holding it down.
Okay. All right. So as you snatch up the Vrock and lock him down in place, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Magnus, your turn.
There you go.
Yeah, we go.
Going to go ahead and do a fire shot going. Oh boy, I don't think that hits. Oh,
It does not.
You got some bless coming.
got a 14.
That is still a miss, unfortunately.
Let's put some hot sauce on it. Let's do some little doggy magic.
Puppy power is expended. Roll that puppy
Oh,
power.
come on.
15 is a hit on the rock.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Good doggo indeed.
Please let it be some good damage.
Hmm?
Hey.
9 fire damage to the Vrock. However, you know what I'm about to say.
Womp womp.
4 damage to the Vrock, but different news. The Vrock is now bloodied as your firebolt scorches the beast. Back to you.
Alright, let's do the Force Ballista.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, now, real quick, I do want to point this out. I'm going to say this before the roll takes effect. Force Ballista does push the creature with no choice to not do that. I believe that might knock it out of the grappled condition, perhaps.
Then I will move here then, since I didn't realize that. Is that okay?
Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. The condition also ends the grappler's incapacitated conditions, or if the distance between the grappled target and the grappler exceeds the grapple's range. So yeah, so long as you shift the Vrock and keep it in Kitty's reach, you're okay.
Sounds great.
So it'll send it 5, keeping it in Kitty's reach, and 26 is a critical hit. Let's see that crit damage. 15 damage to Mr. Vrock. The force. Pew! A significant blast, Magnus. Back to you, and if you want to describe your critical hit, let's have it.
Sure. Magnus sees that Kitty's got it grappled, and Magnus is going to fire a shot off as he strafes off to the side, and then just lets the shoulder cannon blast it in the face while Kitty's holding it, and it just maybe puts out an eye.
All right, one of the Vrock's eyes just pops like a overripe melon whenever the blast strikes it. Staggers back while Kitty just keeps the thing latched in place. And we go to Dermot, who goes, ah! Actually, he starts with Searing Wrath from over there. And he does not roll well, so he rushes up with the Warhammer and tries that instead. That connects with the Vrock, dealing 2 cold bludgeoning. Maggie rushes over with her giant maul and whaps the creature with a 12, but misses. Wasn't able to do that. Galsariad will attempt to drain its potential with his spell, and that is a 19 to hit the creature, dealing 8 necrotic damage to the creature and giving himself 5 temporary hit points. Alright, so as the rivals fall upon the Vrock and start pummeling it savagely, Venn, top of the initiative, your turn.
Alright, I am going to have to use Ray of Frost and hope that he's not immune.
Fair enough. Let's see that blast. $23 plus another 3 is a 26. That is a hit of the Ray of Frost as you freeze this bastard in place. Mark that.
Alright.
How much damage, please?
6.
Dealing 3 cold damage to the creature. It's not immune, but it is resistant.
Alright, I'm gonna stay there for now. Venn is just, she's, you can tell that she's tired at this point. Her spirits are waning, and she's just concentrating on keeping Kitty large. And that's all.
All right. With that turn, Aojabe jumps the Vrock and stabs with a harpoon. She misses one, but lands the hit with the other with a 20, dealing 6 damage to the creature with its resistances. And then we return to the Vrock, who attempts to recharge its deadly spores once again, and succeeds in doing so. All right, let's get some of you freaks off me. What to do? What to do? Okay, can only use Stunning Screech so often. Okay, I am going to attempt to summon a demon. That's what I'm going to do. The Vrock, gets this sort of like black energy kind of warping around it, and it makes a percentile roll. Nothing happens, and that is the end of the Vrock's turn. The Vrock looks panicked and a little bit scared as it's realizing that its attempt to summon assistance has failed. But Rook, time for you to take advantage.
Rook's gonna go reach out and cast Inflict Wounds.
Inflict wounds. It's a guess.
Con save now, 14.
Alright, that is a con save with advantage due to magical resistance. How about a 21?
That'll save.
Okay. Anything happen on a...
I don't think so.
No? Just nothing? Nothing? That doesn't sound right. Inflict wounds? No half damage? Nothing? It's not a cantrip, right?
Half. It is half now.
Okay, great. So roll me some damage, please.
Fully changed up the spell on me.
Oh god, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. Okay, yes.
Is half.
Failed save, half damage. How about 6 damage to Mr. Creature? Checking for necrotic, and to my incredible surprise, it's not on there. 6 damage. The Vrock is now critically wounded as you inflict the wounds. Back to you, Rook.
That's it for me.
Alright. Kitty, enraged and grappling the Vrock. Your turn.
Okay, so she has one hand holding the rock, and so she's gonna grab her harpoon, and because she can't use her great sword one-handed, and hit it with the one-handed attack.
Okay.
She's going to be reckless.
All right. Since you launch these out of your arm, I imagine like the harpoon just sort of like Wolverines like out of your out of your hand, right?
Well,
Yeah,
they're like bolts that are on like a thigh pack, and she loads them up. So when she pulls one off, it just clicks out into a weapon and stabs with it.
Nice.
That was my net. But so many cool ways of making your robot.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to recklessly attack.
Do you want to build a mecha? Okay.
You know I do.
Reckless a Turk. 22 is absolutely a hit on the Vrock. Roll damage, please. One-handed. Alright, so dealing... what are we looking at?
8.
Dealing 8 piercing. Yes?
No, because I'm a larger size, so...
Yeah, that's right. I need the
So
enlarged...
this is going to be the first one, and this will be the second one, which kind of doesn't matter. So it's still the same amount of damage, but it was a little bit better.
So the grand total is 9, I believe. Yeah.
The grand total, 17 divided... Oh, does it round up when you round down? Does
It's a
it...
different roll, right? It's the extra D4 when you
So
hit.
the first one is going to be a 10. The second one would be a 17.
No, I think, Alan, it's a separate roll. So it'll be 9, because you get 16 and then it's an extra D4, right? Or is it just add a D4 to your attacks? I need to see enlarge.
It's in deal 1, die 4 extra damage.
Yeah, Katie, post enlarge, will you?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I think, Alan, because that's separate, that's the least that can be is 1. So it'd be 8 plus 1.
Theoretically.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Then 9 damage. There you go.
Okay. An extra. Yes, an extra is an extra D4 damage on a hit. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's separate.
Okay.
But all the same, that is enough damage to finish off the Vrock. Kitty, describe how the Vrock meets its end, please.
Okay. Giant spectral kitty. Who, even though it's spectral according to Katie, weighs 8 times what she normally weighs. So she weighs 2,400 pounds.
Jesus.
Stab just reaches a giant hand back with a giant barbed spear, because everything's bigger, and just stabs the thing through the neck. Blood splashes everyone around it. So like all 5 of the people around the rock are just covered with like neck blood. And she then uses her grappling arm to grab it and just tosses to the ground and stomps a giant foot down on its back.
A horrible cracking noise, a spray of blood, and the Vrock is no more.
And says, "Meow meow, mother."
Holy shit, Kitty! Damn.
Okay, how long does enlarging last?
A minute.
In it. Okay. Kitty shrinks back down. Let's clear up that concentration.
That Ozempic really worked.
It does.
Bless also fails after a minute.
Yes.
Okay. As does and the rage, and the reckless, and the bliss. With the Vrock beaten and destroyed, Magnus, you are left with that very fine dagger that you pulled from the Udak's hide. The quasits and Vrock begin to dissolve into puddles of black ichor, but this encounter has come to an end.
Huh. Well, I think I gave that to Venn. But I will go ahead and, well, that was smarting. Wow. Kitty, you were huge.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
You're about as big as Maggie here. And I'll pat Maggie on the back.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't need magic to do it, but that's okay. She winks over at Kitty, though.
I didn't know I could do magic.
Well,
Gelsariad shakes off the effects of the poison, and he's just like, "Oh, I do not care for poison."
you all right there, gal?
Well, unfortunately, your question is cut off by Ao as she pounces on top of the Vrock and helps Kitty just smash this thing to bits. She's like just stabbing it repeatedly with the harpoon. She's like, "I am getting so tired of demons."
I mean, yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're-
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Just agreeing with you, there's a lot of them.
That's Xhorhas for you. But we're alive and we all came through it, right? She looks around at her party, and the rest of her party's like, "Hale and hearty, I think." Yep. Ow. We're alive, for better for worse. Yes. It's just, shall we say, getting my hands dirty is not exactly my forte.
It's a rough time, but
We noticed.
you know, you did fine though. Look at you. You're still standing.
Yes. A bit more magical power, and I think that I should never need to get my hands dirty again.
I wouldn't solely rely on magic, unfortunately, my friend. It will bite you in the ass if you rely on one thing the entire time.
We all have our strengths, Magnus.
Well, it's not about strengths. I mean, sure, have your strengths, but, you know, prepare yourself. I mean, sometimes you gotta get a GTFO, if you know what I mean.
Gelsariad kind of eyeballs you a bit, sort of sideways, and he says, "I'm not entirely sure what it is that you're implying, but the fact of the matter is that magic is my recourse. Your toys are your recourse, and I think somewhere in the middle we shall meet."
Be wary of your ideals there, gal. It will bite you.
I beg to differ. Finally, Ao steps in. All right, we get it. You're smart. Great. Everybody's smart. Can we go now?
No, I'm afraid not. Side question. I do believe it is correct that this particular area is reft with demons. Is this unusual amount of demons that are happening right now?
Surprisingly, no. This is
Okay,
actually
just-
a fairly common
Just
amount.
double checking. I do remember there being a lot of demon shit going on here, but I wasn't 100% sure of how that is.
Yeah, effectively, this is the reason the Aurora Watch is a thing. I assume it's like they have to send patrols out here to get rid of demons all the time.
Yeah, it's full fucking armies protecting these fucking roads.
Doing their best, but apparently these poor saps that are not members of the Aurora Watch, I should mention.
Yeah, that's what I was about to go check out. So,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and check out a few things here. I'll go ahead to this corpse right here and investigate.
All right, you investigate.
I will use inspiration.
All right. Let's see here.
Do better. That's right.
Okay.
25.
So, with a 25, you determine that no, these are not members of the Aurora Watch. These appear to be a group of barbarians, perhaps. Nomads, that sort of thing. You don't believe that they're affiliated with any sort of military.
And let's see here. This might... What kind of... Probably not... History, maybe?
Okay, sure.
All right, 22.
Okay, so you think back to the dagger that you found that belongs to what was it? Kerchali Wastewalker, right?
Mhm.
And that name Wastewalker kind of pings something for you. So you have heard that name before, and they are a group of Xhorhasian nomads. Let's see here. You know that they you know that they basically travel around the wastes, collecting, the Waste Walker name's like right there in the title. They do exactly what it says in the tin. They wander around, butchering monsters, kind of collecting whatever supplies they can, and then trading them off for supplies, and just moving from town to town, keeping, following herds and that sort of thing, and slaying demons when it suits them.
Okay. And these are called the Waste Walkers?
The Waste Walker tribe, correct.
Okay. Looks like these are part of the Waste Walker tribe. And I'll kind of relay that information that I just gleaned here. I'll go ahead and check the bodies for personal effects and all that, you know what I mean? Stuff for identifiers and whatnot, and I'll start doing that to each of the corpses and do the same thing as before, as burn the bodies after I've checked these bodies.
What are you looking for exactly?
Just
bodies?
Possibly something that might be like an heirloom, personal, like if there's like photo, or not photos, but something that like might be like a mundane object that they might want to give back to their family, sort of thing.
Aside from the standard collections of tribal beads, maybe knotwork, that sort of thing. The only thing that really strikes you as like an heirloom is the dagger that Venn is currently carrying.
Okay, well, I will do the best a guy that has no idea about really these people's way of life can to gather up whatever he can about the memories of these people, essentially. And then he'll start burning bodies just like he did before.
The rivals group will also help with the burning of the bodies. Anybody else with something to add to this little event?
I guess I can ritual cast identify without a spell slot. Is that correct?
Sure. Yep. Should be able to.
I will do that on the dagger while they're burning bodies. I'll go and sit over here by this bush.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Rook's on lookout.
Rook's on lookout. Okay.
Kitty's playing solitaire while she's casting her spell.
Is she good at it?
She's using tarot cards.
Yeah, she's using the tarot cards.
No, she has her own playing card deck.
Fair enough.
And she's proficient with it because she was made to play with children. So just a second.
Sure.
It's an old maid deck.
It's wisdom too, so she's not got a negative to it. Yeah. She solitaires very well.
Hell yeah.
She won. She won her first game of
Nice.
solitaire.
Congratulations. You gain,
It did take 10 minutes though.
you gain +1 to solitaire confidence.
Yeah.
I think
Congratulations.
Magnus will pick up that she's playing cards.
This is where you hear that the final boss wants to engage in solitaire, and the
Hell
entire time, like Kitty's just been racking up solitaire points and just
Oh.
automatically blows her out of the water. Right? He's like a giant child, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever see Little Monsters by any chance? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a movie with like it's like this movie with Howie Mandel as like this monster, and like the main bad guy is some weirdo in a fucking pantsuit named Boy. It's a weird movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Always a party.
But yeah, it was in that neighborhood of like, you know, the Fred Savage, like I'm still a child actor kind of.
Yeah.
It's like shortly after Princess Bride shit. But anyway, Little Monsters, go check it out. It's an endorsement.
Truly
Why not?
wild.
And Howie Mandel, give me a call, buddy.
Hell
Come on
yeah.
the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Jeez, all right. Katie. That's where we learn a backstory that, you know, just Katie just despises Howie Mandel for no reason.
Is that the deal or no deal guy?
It's the deal or no deal guy, correct?
Yeah, the guy that's an extreme germaphobe. Yeah,
Yeah, that guy. That's why I meant to tell him to come on my podcast. He doesn't have to touch anything.
it's true.
All right. We love you, Howie. Anyway, back to
Except Katie.
except for Katie. Why do you hate? What is wrong with you? What do you hate?
Katie said no
Katie's got
deal.
beef. It's fine.
Hey,
She's allowed to
I said-
like or
What is this?
dislike.
What is this?
I never expressed hate. All I said was,
Yes.
That's a story
The
behind it.
downward hum is truly something that does not mean anger or dislike. Anyhow,
Concentrating on identify.
voice flexion is a thing. Anyhow,
So at the end of all of this tomfoolery, then you identify the item as a +1 dagger.
ooh,
all right. Who wants this? She'll explain what it is, and then
well, I'm not against spoils of war, but that is some bodies or some families of these waste walkers. So just keep that in mind if you do take it.
Kitty raises her hand.
Venn will, if nobody else says anything, we'll hand it to Kitty and say, "It is all yours, my friend."
Kitty thanks you very quietly.
And so, as you guys leave the site behind, you continue on the path through the Xhorhas Wasteland, until finally you come to an interesting looking site. As you guys are wandering towards this area, you see a large stand of trees rising out of the barren wasteland. The leaves of dozens of towering oaks rustle in the breeze, and the scent of a bonfire wafts from a trail of smoke rising from somewhere ahead. The path through the trees is deeply rutted by the work of countless wagon wheels. A wooden sign posted at the head of the path bears the decorated shepherd's crook that is the holy symbol of Melora, the Wild Mother, and the words, "Emerald Loop Caravan Stop." You guys are here.
Finally, we're here. I'll start moving forward.
Alright. As you guys begin moving in, the entrance to this sort of clearing, what you guys see, the forest pathway opens up onto a large clearing, nearly 100 feet across. Music, laughter, and the savory aromas of fresh cooked food and wood smoke drift in the air. On the western side of the clearing stands a full-grown horizon-back tortoise. On its back is the homestead of a family of goblins who are making repairs to the structure. On the other side of the clearing Several wagons encircle a bonfire, and a rope fence has been set up north of the encampment to contain the wagon's oxen. Your companions, the rival party, they sort of look over at you guys and says, I think we see a stand of tents over there. We're going to go ahead and take a break for a little bit if you guys don't mind. Been a long travel.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Come on, guys. Dermot's like, oh, good job on those rocks, everybody. That was quite a bit of a trip.
Hey, we survived.
Galsariad, to Magnus only, he goes, well done, brother. And he kind of like gives you a tap on the shoulder and a wink as he smoothly walks away. And Maggie looks back at Kitty and goes, try not to lose the bow.
Kitty pats it on her head. Bye, Maggie.
Bye. Hey, wait up! And she catches up with her companions and leaving you guys to chill out. So, seeing all of these interesting looking places, you guys begin to drink all of it in, and but we are getting pretty close to time here, and I'm going to need to do a little bit of studying. So I think right about here is where we're going to call it a day, because we're at a fine stopping point, I think.
Alright.
So if everyone's cool with that, let's go ahead and get us back to the front page, and we will pick it up next time.